It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And here's the pick artist himself, Trevon Diggs. He's entering rarefied air with every interception, now up to 12 this season. It's the Lions and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they can get it.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game. That game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness. Did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Lions at 9-3 here on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Goff. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away. And incomplete.
Man decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Brissett. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brissett. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. They try the left side here with Williams. Taken down at the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the move.
From the red zone now, Brissett. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
Here's Brissett. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they've got a game plan for them with their teams.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Goff a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw is Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. The 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future, and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That's about as good as a linebacker can diagnose that play, isn't it?
It certainly is, and what he did really well is that while he was diagnosing, he got his feet in motion without actually going anywhere and taking a false step that he had to make up later. He read it, got his feet in motion, and then he just took off and made the play.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Williams diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll get it down here to the 43. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, here's Swift. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within the score. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. We're set now. And caught by Tremble. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Brissett to throw on first. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Again, it's Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked out by Trevon Diggs. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive and the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. From the 38, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, 56 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. But a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to the kickoff, whether they want the return guy to touch it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Brissett's throw complete there to Moore. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trevon Diggs. And he's got daylight. It's a full race. 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. Aaron Jones has a touchdown on the ground. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Terry McLaurin, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to sit there ready to answer it.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the save. And that'll bring up third. strong. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. On first down, it's gone. And this one's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and 10. Goff. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 66 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now to throw. It's complete to Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down, Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pound your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Brissett sets to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Brissett on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. To throw, Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Trevon Diggs. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. And Charles, for this offense. Those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller is thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Lions offense ready to kick off. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And some space here. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 109 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Gone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Now that was a bouncer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On 4th down, Goff. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about that. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trevon Diggs. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the third down. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Brissett. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Brissett again. His throw incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass. So because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Brissett on 4th down. This pass complete to Reynolds. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down throw for Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. Brissett. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. Touchdown! Tommy Trimble, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now, Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the red zone now, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. To the air again, Goff. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. He's still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.